Right, let's return now to the situation in Sudan. And joining me now, hopefully, is Lakshmi Parthasarathy, a travel blogger from the US, currently stuck in the capital, Khartoum. And Lakshmi, I hope you can hear me, because we have had problems with communicating with you, understandably. But can you just tell me the latest situation and what is happening? Is the fighting still going on?
It's been very, very confusing. The fighting is definitely still going on. There's been, announcements of ceasefires. There was supposed to be a 72-hour ceasefire for Eid, actually, and it lasted maybe 72 minutes at most. So it's actually increased in terms of just like the sounds of fighting. It has shifted though. It seems to have shifted away from the airport towards military areas in the city. You can tell by all the smoke in the sky just now is on like a different side. So it's just been very, very chaotic, and very, very loud. So it seems like, I think this is the third ceasefire that's failed now. So I don't have many hopes of like a lull happening at this point. The power and water was out for 4 days. It came back last night and it actually went out again. Um, so people are kind of struggling with access to resources right now. And right now, this like residential area that I'm in, like these like few streets have stayed relatively safe enough. So people are walking around. You can go to the market. So that's good. But it's all very, very tense. And the fighting seems to be spilling out. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sorry, forgive me. Can you get out and about? Can you go out and get food and water, or is it simply too dangerous to venture out?
So right here within like these couple of streets, it's been safe enough to go out most times of the day. There was a skirmish that happened like earlier this morning, and so there was some crossfire. But other than that, we've been able to walk outside to the market, and I haven't felt like it's a life-threatening thing to do. However, if it were to walk like 5-10 minutes, then that I would not feel safe doing that.
And people have been told to stay where they are and to continue to effectively hide away. Have you had any word from the American authorities, from any authorities, Western authorities, about what you should do in terms of getting out, maybe eventually?
Yeah, I mean, there are embassies that are trying to evacuate citizens, but the problem right now is that because no ceasefire has held for any amount of time, there is no way for anyone to like safely land anywhere in the city to evacuate citizens. So right now, the U.S. embassy and other ones that I've heard about have just kind of been on standby now because they can't really do anything until there's some like quieting, because it's just been like heavy, heavy fire, fighting. So until then, the orders are to shelter in place, and there has been like some looting and unrest happening in the areas like closer to the airport. So they made note of that. So kind of saying to just like stay where you are, keep quiet, and if someone shows up, then kind of care for your life, give what you have. So that's
Lakshmi,
kind of in the orders
tell me
now.
about yourself. I mean, are you okay? Do you must be, first of all, terrified, but otherwise, are you managing okay? Are you in contact with the people you need to be in contact with?
Yeah, I've had enough network. So that's been really, really kind of a lifesaver. So I've been able to keep in contact with family and friends in the outside world, and to be able to keep up to date on like what's happening security wise. So that's good. And I'm mostly staying sane. It's a scary situation and it's very confusing. And every time I think about, okay, what should I do? There's just no good option that I can really think of. So that's kind of difficult. But I'm I'm hopeful. One thing that's been really, really comforting is that all the Sudanese people around us, like neighbors and everything, have been super helpful, like helping us get water, charge our phones if they have power, help in giving us food when for iftar, because it's Ramadan here before, so everyone was fasting. But everyone has been really, really helpful, so that's been really nice. And it's been like in and out of like anxious, and then just kind of also just bored because they're sitting inside and the power is out, so there's no air conditioning and it's really, really hot. Um, so yeah, just kind of like waiting to see what happens.
And the ceasefires, they keep saying that they're going to have ceasefires, but they never seem to materialize. And of course, it needs a ceasefire of some, certainly several hours, if not days, to get people out. I mean, presumably you would leave, would you, at the first opportunity that came? Lakshmi, did you hear me?
The end cut off there.
Right. I was just saying, I mean, presumably, if there was a ceasefire and there was a moment to get out, you would do that. You want to get out.
If there was a good opportunity to leave, then yeah, I don't see any reason to not take it. Yeah, but I think I think it's going to be hard to find those good opportunities at this point.
Okay. Well,
Because
listen,
also leaving Khartoum is difficult because the evacuations will happen here. So, like, what to do?
Okay. Well, listen, we hope things turn out okay, and we hope you stay well. And thank you very much for talking to us. And maybe we'll try to talk to you again in the coming days, Lakshmi.